Hello, hello. Hopefully we are live and we'll get some music going. Too high to die? I'm just running around in my world just to make sure that I'm safe. I saw something wandering around while I was AFK, so I'm just going to sleep. Alrighty. I'm on the Skyflat server today. Hey Zora. Alright, we're listening to Too High to Die. I'll create a group. Alrighty. I'm going to just free cam away from the villagers so we can't hear them. Alright, so that was Too High to Die by Apollo Music, and we'll just listen to a Mud Puddle, and then I'll get into the stream. Running a little late today, apologise for that. Had a few things on. Breakfast being one of them. Excellent, glad to hear that you can hear me. And hopefully I'm coming through on Twitch as well. Looks like I've got one person watching on Twitch and got Zora watching on YouTube, so welcome. Alright, it's daytime now, so I'm just going to move myself away from sources of noise back to roughly where I was in the thumbnail. Alrighty. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to join for Skyflat today, but you're welcome to join if you're on the Trusted Players. I'm mostly going to be just working on my village and chatting about the direction the channel will be going. And new projects and progress updates and things like that. So hopefully be a bit of fun. Just finished editing your 5th episode of Walking Dead. Oh, lovely. I know it's a weird response to say to Walking Dead, but no, I've been enjoying that series when I've been having a chance to watch it. So if you haven't already seen it and you're subscribed to Zora's channel, go check out the Walking Dead series he's been doing. It's pretty good. And if you haven't already subscribed, then go and do it. But also subscribe to me if you haven't already. Alright. We'll let Mud Puddle finish and we'll get into it. We're going to be looking at trying to make a few more simple farms to try and prepare for a big building project. And once we've got the simple farms, we'll look at trying to get the more fancy farms going. Alrighty. Just a bit of just a couple of updates on the chat, and we're coming up to the end of the track, so we'll get into the actual gameplay shortly. Alright, so into the game. And we'll just switch which one we're looking at, and hopefully that'll be Minecraft coming up on stream. Yes, perfect. Okay. All going swimmingly. So, Let's zoom in and look at me. Yep, hello, that's me. And because I'm using a zoom that doesn't let me do much, let's go on to, there we go, F5 mode. Hello and welcome. I'm expanding my my village today. I've been meaning to fill in this little hole around the warped, Crimson farm I've got here, and going to be looking at making some more farms. So, yeah, thanks. I prefer it without the elytra though. So let's put a chest plate on. There we go. Because we all know, as a child, I yearned for the mines. That was a fun one to get, though. I don't usually like playing Bedrock, but I did enjoy the server for this one. It was a server event. It was actually kind of fun. I found a few interesting secrets, and I can't remember if it's going any longer, but I remember there was an option to go a bit longer. I was thinking about going on there with my ult and getting the cape for the ult as well, but don't know if I've missed the boat on that one. I know they extended by about a week, but it might have already passed. Time goes so fast for me these days. Yeah, the cape looks really cool. I'm not a big fan of Jack Black being on it, but I understand it's all a marketing thing. Would have been nice if they could have just, you know, had a bit more variety in the capes when you've got an elytra on. But you know, the marketing team makes these decisions, I guess, not the fans. Otherwise, they'd probably have less capes. Alright, so next plan here is to try and make a bit of a mud farm. Let's fill that in. And we're also going to fill in a bit more of this. We'll get some more regular wood. I'm also going to try and get a little warped farm here as well. And we've got the lava that we're going to need, or some of the lava that we're going to need for a stone farm to be turned into a moss farm, which we can turn into a mud farm. Not sure how much I'm going to automate things, but I'm certainly going to look at getting as much of it together as I can. Still need someone to put the alloys as well. And the ultimate plan down the track is going to be to have somewhere to put some axolotls, maybe in that trial chamber over there. Alright, let's see. I reckon if I take half of this stack and then half of this stack, put those together. I've got 9 either way. That'll get me enough buckets that I can pick up all of that lava. I need to figure out where I'm putting the lava for the stone generator as well. Yeah, 3 Jack Black capes was an interesting choice. I mean, just having one with Jack Black on it, whether it's a cape or an elytra, would have been enough, I think. Having 3 seems a little excessive. But I do like the designs otherwise. So I'll give them that. Alright, now we have space for 2 lavas, and we've got at least 3 on us. So maybe we eat at least 4 buckets on us, I should say. So eat a potato. Put that one in there for now. Put the honeycomb away. That gives us 4 spaces, so that's 3 for lava buckets. Awesome. Alright, so we got 3 buckets of lava. Might make an orange shulker so we know that it's got hot things in it. We've got enough shulkers left. Oh, I've got extra buckets there. Well, let's chuck the bucket in there. And, in fact, we need some more water buckets to go with it as well. So let's do a bit of planning. Alright. Also, I'm going to head to spawn for a little while. I've got to put in a new... I've got a couple of water buckets there as well. I've got to put in a new patron sign. In fact, I've got to change up the patron signs, but I'll leave the signs for the previous patrons where they are, but I've just got to update it and add another sign because it's actually 2 patrons at the moment, but 2 of them are no longer patrons, so I'll update those signs accordingly. Grab a couple more buckets though. Probably time to do a bit of sorting as well. There we go, I knew there was some in there somewhere. Alright, and let's head back to spawn for a little bit. We'll sleep and clear the weather. We'll head back to spawn. Hey, yup, welcome. Is this the same Skyflat? But I do have a terrainless superflat hardcore world that I'm playing on as well, which is not a server. Is a hardcore single player world. I've been working on the next episode of that, and yeah, same one as previous years. So if we come back to spawn, so we're still on 1.21.1 because of server-side mod issues, but yeah, we've still got the same server. And this server will be open to everyone on my Discord once we get to 500 subs. And it's also open to trusted players at the moment, so... Had a bit of a change in regular player base as well. A few players are no longer around. And I'm at around... just shy of 400 subs at the moment. So anybody watching who's new or who maybe has unsubscribed for whatever reason, feel free to subscribe. Or if you haven't subscribed with your alts yet. Not that I support inflating channels with alts, but you know, that's always an option. Somebody has built a big pillar of dirt here. What is going on with that? I have to clean that up. I don't like big pillars of dirt at spawn. Do I have any rockets on me? No rockets on me. Oh no, there we go. Plenty of rockets. Alright, so I might just clean up that big pillar of dirt. Also, there's some propaganda saying that soap is bald. I'm not sure that's correct. And we missed the pillar of dirt, that's fine. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. And there's slimes around because people have been doing silly things. Like building big things that don't have slime proofing on top of them in slime chunks. That's just rude. Out of my face, slimes. Alright. And of course now we've filled up the inventory with slime balls. Alright, let's just place some nether water. Oh, in fact, place some dirt to get a little higher, see if we can get the rest of that dirt. Leave the nether water, I don't really care about that. Yeah, slight FPS drop at spawn. Not sure what's going on there. Might be all the beacons. Did I leave my browsers going? No, I closed my browsers as well, so it's not not on my end by the look of it. Looks like it's at the server side of things. But there are a lot of maps and item frames and things like that at spawn, so... Is anybody else online at the moment? No one else is online at the moment. I am on the... Yep, I am on the main server, not the test server. Alright, well, I was going to make some mud anyway, so that saves me a bit of time there. In collecting some dirt. But yeah, ultimately I wanted to make a dirt farm. Which, obviously, a few ways of doing that, but the most effective ones have to do with making stone generators and then having moss turn the stone into moss, and then obviously having the moss turn into dirt and mud. So hoping I can do something like that. I've got a couple of orange shulker boxes already, so one's got copper, that one's got not much in it, so let's put some lava in that one. Like it's a box from Drummer from a while ago. Haven't seen Drummer for a while. Might grab a different orange one then. Different one that's painted orange. This is my hoarding, evidence of my hoarding. Oh yes, I've got a data pack on that shows axolotls by colour in buckets. It's always fun. We could just make another shulker box, I guess. Not like I've got too many or anything. Okay. Few diamonds. Box of saddles. My box with the shulkers in it is back at the other village. That's alright. We'll deal with that later. I'll just throw the dirt in the jar of dirt if I've got it here. Jar of dirt's at the other one as well. Okay. Throw the dirt in there for now. And the slime we'll put in the green. Yeah, just put in the green shulker. Pick up the stuff we left behind if it's still there and hasn't despawned yet. Yep, so it was just the nether wart blocks anyway. Alright, so I need to update the signs. Huh, can I not update the sign now? Interesting. Might be a bug with the signs. Alright, well we'll get a... we'll just replace them. So I do want to respect that Jungle Hornet was the first patron, but no longer a patron member. So I know people need to cancel things occasionally, so we'll replace the. So Onia was my third patron, and not sure what's going on with that. That was a little weird. And Catsmith was also a patron, paying patron, but no longer. But again, thank you for having been a patron. I appreciate it. And we'll grab another sign for the fantastic soap. And I think for soap we're going to go with a... I don't know, maybe just another oak sign, but I'm not sure on the colours. So, do I still have lime green dye? Got sea pickles, I can easily make some. Let's see. Oh, got a spruce sign there. We'll use a spruce sign. That's easily sourced. And we got some pink dye, so let's go with pink for soap. Because the pink soap icon on Discord always reminds me of the fantastic soap. So, if you have a preferred colour for your patron sign, just let me know. But for the moment, you're getting bright pink. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just put a crafting table in there for the moment. We just want one glow ink. Okay, fourth patron. That's nice for fourth. Oh, look at that. Fits exactly on one line. Alright, so. There you go. There's soap sign. Need to get some light blue dye for Catsmith, and we need some lime green dye for Jungle Hornet again. Alright, now is this farm still functioning? Maybe? Haven't seen a golem in there for a while, but that's okay. Now, where is that button? It's on this side, I think. Yep. But I wasn't fast enough. Okay. So we'll sleep again. Alrighty, and dyes. Do I have dyes anyway? I probably need to make a dye farm as well. Oh, I saw some. Oh, that's right. I was using those. I put them in there. I've got dyes over in the other storage area. Really need to sort this out. Okay, there's some red. Oh, I saw a sea pickle. Sea pickle will do for light green dye. Or for lime dye, I should say. Let's go with 3 of those and we'll just use some wood to smelt them with. And here we go. Okay, and that'll make some light blue dye. Awesome. Do we have flowers? I'd rather use flowers than lapis. Do we have any more? Cyan dye. Really need to repopulate my storage area and stop having everything in shulkers that make a shulker monster. Or I need to sort out my shulker monster. No light blue dye, but we do need a couple more glowing sacks. So 2 of those. Alright, so I need to farm some sea pickles by the look of it. I need to find some blue flowers and farm them as well. Or just make a flower farm in general. I haven't made a flower farm yet, so that might be a good choice. Yeah, not much in there. Let's check if anybody's left anything. Lots of beds in there. Alright, let's just check if there's anything in the PO box. Just my own stuff. Yep, lots of junk in here. Okay. Well, we'll go on a quest for some blue dye in a little bit. At the moment, for the benefit of Yop, who hasn't seen much of what's around spawn, we'll do a bit of a fly around. And might just grab some of that food. And we'll grab that dirt that I saw. Where did I end up putting it? I just put it in the... I think I just put it in the ender chest. Yeah, I did. Alright, we'll leave that there. The sea pickles in there and the glow ink sacks. Actually, we need to... I guess I'll just use... a... I've got a lime dye already. Oh, there you go. Here's the lime dye. I'll use one of the lapis, because we can always get that from villagers anyway. Speaking of which, he made a hole in here. I'll fix that later. Alright, so we got the lime dye. And we'll just update the sign there. And there we go. Looks like it might have actually been green rather than lime. That's easy enough. We've got cactus around, but we'll have a look at the replay later and fix it if needed. I'll grab a little bit of honeycomb. And this one was Catsmith. Yeah, we'll just go with... We'll just make the light green, the light blue. May as well use the lapis, so not like we're enchanting. Oh look, there's blue dye right there. Even better. So we'll put the lapis... we'll leave the lapis then, we'll just put the... Take one of the blue dyes. The honeycomb there. Take a bone meal. Light blue dye, perfect. And there we go. Okay. I'm going to put our light blue dye away. We might actually start trying to organise these chests another time. Actually have a dye chest or something. Although a lot of this storage is probably going to get moved to the new village anyway, eventually. Especially considering I have major troubles with getting in and out of my own house. Alright, now I think the not being able to edit signs could be due to some issues with one of the mods I've got, which gives basically essential-like commands, but also disables the ability to edit signs. I think I might have to turn that one off. It's a bit of a bug at the moment. Alright, so we've got a lovely little logo there that someone's built for me. Hey Dalton. It looks like you might be the only one watching at the moment, but we've had a couple of other people on. So doing a bit of a server tour, just for those who haven't seen the server before. This is just Spawn. The server's been around for a couple of years now. So we've got, looks like someone's making a netherite beacon. Yep, they're making a debris beacon, that's interesting. And we've got a few bits and pieces here, so we've got a bit of a shopping district. Some open area for shops. Got some player statues. Got a pile of cake for some reason. This is probably why there's so much FPS drop at spawn at the moment. Need to clean up some of these random piles of things that spawn. We've got an emerald tower. We've got a mob farm. Got an extremely tall church. And someone's elytra launch by the look of it. A massive sugarcane farm. A massive cobblestone farm. And a roof full of anvils. And we've got a little place over here. It's a little plaza. One was made by who was it made by? I can't remember his actual name, but Richard, I think. I can't remember his screen name. We've got another city over this way. YouTube says 0 watching. Okay. Not sure what's going on with that. So we've got New Berlin over here. Oh, Richard, Robert the Great. That was what I was trying to remember. Robert the Great. Oh, I thought Richard. So we've got a rail line that goes between New Berlin and Spawn. Didn't get the welcome to New Berlin. Maybe the... Ah, there we go. Brandenburg Gate, heart of New Berlin. And there's Spawn over there. Got a few other things you can see. So there's an outpost over there. I don't think anybody's done anything with yet. That's an old one though, so looks like it's already been... Well, it may not have already been looted. Let's have a look. Let's put our... Yeah, we got the protection, so let's just jump down. Looks like someone died here. Alright, and it looks like it's nothing worth looting there anyway. Okay. So it looks like someone already got it. And the stairs are still there, so we're in danger if we stick around. Let's not do that. As you can see, we've got all the structures. that you would find in a super flat world, just none of the dirt. That's the whole point of Skyflat, is it's effectively a flat world, but as if a flat world was merged with a Skyblock world. I think this is, yeah, this is Sean's little town. He's expanded a bit and got a bit of stone around. And moss. That's S for Sean. Possibly S for Slime Chunk as well. Yeah, so the slime chunks are covered in moss carpet, which is sensible. Alright, and we got a very sus looking bookshelf over there. Village breeder, things like that. Alright, now which way is spawn? This way, I think. We've got someone's very large platform over here. We got some remnants of the sand that was here when the world was first created. We've got a data pack that helps get rid of that now. We've got a little, looks like a little runway for landing on, I guess. And we had a bit of an Easter egg hunt. Looks like this is one of the Easter eggs. A little, little house here. Just chilling in the middle of the void. Another Easter egg. Yeah, I'm not sure whose house this is, but lots of that sort of thing around. I'll fly back to spawn. And we got a small spot here where a village was going to generate but didn't between versions. So this world was started on 1.17. It's been upgraded a couple of times. Yeah, it's a super flat void world. But it actually has chunks of sand floating around. Oh, there's something here. What's this one? Looks like we've got a little structure of some sort. So yeah, I was playing super flat for a while and decided it was a little too easy. So I decided I'd try making a super flat world that had one layer of sand and a couple of layers of air underneath, so that we could get all the structures and paths and things. It was actually inspired by a challenge that Mogswamp did on one of his streams. He used to be fairly active in his community. And yeah, I was inspired to take it further. I've been streaming this world on and off for a couple of years. After about the first 9 months or so, I decided it was getting a bit too hard to do on my own, so I turned it into a server and invited some friends. And it grew from there. Alright, so let's head back to our other village. Through the nether. In fact, we'll fly over just for fun. Not that far away. It's quicker to get there from the nether sometimes. I just saw some random dirt there I might just pick up. Not too pleased with random dirt being placed around spawn. I guess it's better than big piles of cake. I just don't like the look of random dirt. Right, back this way. If we head over this way, we've got a few more things that people have built. We've got a small airship. Looks like the start of a hot air balloon that never got finished. And we've got a big airship, which is one of my builds. Some of my signature builds I like to make. If you're wondering why things are changing resolution occasionally, it's Distant Horizons. Down here we've got Australia. Down under. Although it needs a bit of a clean-up. There's a few bits that have been filled in that shouldn't be. A few bits that haven't been filled in that are missing as well. Over here we've got another one of Sean's projects. The little forest with a moss floor. A nice little hut in the middle. And down that way, we'll have a look down that way first. This is our second village. And this is where we discovered the first ruined portal and were able to get to the nether. So the first village First village is actually rarely referred to by name. In fact, I can't remember what it's called anymore, but we'll have a look in the Nether and we'll see what the names are. This one is referred to as Librasville because it's a librarian village. We've got a librarian trading hall down here. This was the first librarian trading hall I built on the server. There's another one that's that large village we looked at earlier, which is half churches. We'll explain why it's called half churches in a moment, but True Cthulhu's decided to join. Welcome, True Cthulhu. And we've got a little, what I call a sky rail. It goes between here and spawn. I was in the middle of revamping the station. I never finished it. I've got to get back to some of these projects. Because I'm working on another world at the moment, I'm slime in there. Hey, slime. Let's get you out of there. So I'll show you how this would work. So we've got a boat cart. And in the boat cart, we can ride along. We can increase our speed by pushing backwards. And before we had an elytra, and before we had horses and other fast means of travel, I'll just ignore the withers over there. This was our way to get between villages quickly before we set up the Nether highway. It's not that quick, but it's always fun to just go back and forth along here. And we've got a PvP arena here. And somebody has broken the tracks again. They keep doing that on me. But you get the idea. So if we push this further, we can head back again. This is how I used to travel. A little slow, but kind of scenic. Of course, there was less to look at then, because there was less that was actually built, and I wasn't using Distant Horizons as much. Please. Is it Distant Horizons? I can't remember. Oh, and we got our little section here. Go back into first-person mode. Got a little section here where we dropped off some villagers for a villager breeder. And if we go back to the other section and we just switch... Hey, for Adrian! Got a couple of people online now. Boat minecart. So that was the way I used to move the villagers between villages when I was trying to repopulate the villages. And if we just switch this over... unswitch the other one, we can put that boat cart back again. And we've got a villager in there at the moment, so we'll just break the boat cart, I think. Leave those trial keys for the moment, and I'll pop down the boat. If I can. The villager goes straight back in. Okay, it's a bit crowded in here. The villagers aren't supposed to go straight into the boats. That's fine. We'll just replace it on the other side. But what would normally happen? There's no one in the boat. I didn't want to send them back to the other village for whatever reason, so just send them back across over here. Boat carts are pretty easy to make. You just put a boat in front of a minecart on rails. We'll just pick up those keys. So we'll drop the keys again and we'll get the boat cart replaced.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the chat, Phaedron. Alright.
Yes.
And if we just push that, we get another boat cart. Ready to launch and head back. If someone were to be trying to traverse the server without an elytra, if they're a new player, for example. Speaking of which, we do have the ability for new players to join if they want to join the Discord and become a trusted player. Or if I get to 500 subs, then all you need to do is just join the Discord. You won't have to apply for the trusted player role. There's one of the things I'm working on at the moment is trying to get to that 500 sub mark on YouTube, or to 50 followers on Twitch. Either way, as long as I get the first step of monetization on whichever platform, I'll look at getting that Discord link up and having it so that anyone who's a Discord member who has the ability to find the way to get the scholar role will be able to join the server. It's just a little bit of grief proofing, basically, to have people who are, well, bot proofing, have people who actually know how to get the role and actually have a Minecraft account rather than bots just coming on the server and getting the role. Okay. Don't want the rotten flesh. So, our entrance to the end portal, the original one, is down that way. We'll have a bit of a detour through the nether to have a look at that, and then we'll head back to the village. Alright, so this was our nether spawn, although it was just Crimson Forest when we spawned. Cthulhu is not doing well today. F in the chat for True Cthulhu. Alright, so Kalo Villa, is it? Kalo Villa basically means windy village or something along those lines. My village, something like that. Can't remember exactly what it was. And Librasville, obviously, was the library village. And we've got a few more places to get to through the nether. This goes back to the main village. And down that way goes to the village I've been working on, which doesn't have a name yet. And Librasville, Half Churches, there's a stronghold down that way, and a gravity duper, a stronghold. So we'll head to the stronghold. And there's also a trial chamber down this way that I haven't quite cleared out yet. I think most people have cleared it out, but I haven't been through and beat all the emptied all the vaults or beaten any of the trial chambers with a ominous trial yet. That's something I've yet to do. Alright, so this is the... Don't have an elytra you can borrow. I do have one at spawn. The fire needs to be here for the chunk loader, which will change with enderpearl chunk loaders. And here we have our stronghold, complete with sand duper, which looks like somebody's taken all the sand off. And there's the end. And got the other end built over here. I think someone was planning on redoing the sorter at this end. But for the moment, we had a sorter of sorts. We've got a bunch of gravity blocks, which is no other way to get large amounts of them in this type of world other than gravity duping. It looks like there's a few different concretes, and nobody's been duping for a while, and people have been duping anvils as well, which is why there's a roof full of anvils. I don't mind anvils being duped for when they're actually being used. Oh, I've still got a death marker on here. Might just clean that off. Okay. And yeah, the boat minecart was the best way to travel in the early days of the Skyflat world. Okay, so it looks like whatever little building we had here previously has been removed, I think because people have taken on the Ender Dragon a few too many times. Okay, I've got some angry Endermen here. Might be a better idea to get out of there for the moment until I can have some food. Not sure why that Enderman is so angry at me. But yeah, it looks like people have done most of the Ender Dragon battles. We've got almost all of the almost all of the portals now, the waypoints. Which I think we do have all of them. Alright. Let's see if I've got a sword on me. I do have a sharpness fire aspect sword. It might be worthwhile taking care of that angry Enderman. Do we have a platform for hiding from Enderman left here? Looks like we don't. Okay. To take it on face to face. Okay, there's more than one. Wonder why they're angry at me. Okay. Sounds like they're stopped being angry at me now. Wonder how long they've been angry at me. So I haven't been to the end in a while, so I was quite surprised that I had an Enderman angry at me as soon as I came in. I'm pretty sure I didn't look at any of them. Alright. So what was that? Anti-Enderman? Ah, it's not, minus 34, minus 27. Okay. Well, I'll see if I'm heading back to spawn or my village. I think I'm heading back to my village. No, heading back to spawn. Alright. I do have an elytra I can borrow. One sec. I'll just put my sea pickles away that I didn't end up needing. Yeah, put them in the green one. the renamed shulker boxes, the names going off everything. Okay. Yep. Alright, so it was minus 34, minus 27. Okay, so that would be this way, I guess. Nope. Yep, somewhere over there. Oh, in the end. Okay. No worries. I'll head back to the end then. I'm an Enderman magnet. Maybe I should wear a pumpkin when I go in there. Hello, another Easter egg here. I wonder if it's still there. I had a shulker box full of pies I placed when I had 314 subs. Alright, let's go a quick way back to the end. And we've got another tunnel over this way. We'll take the tunnel over this way. Oh, a bit of lagginess there. Not sure if that's showing up on stream, but it's certainly showing up on my end. Go straight through this one. So that takes us to half churches, which I'll explain a bit more in a bit. We have other ways of getting to the end. This is just the stronghold I normally use. So, funnily enough, we actually have a second stronghold that spawned after the world was chunk culled and updated to 1.21.1. Stronghold is actually just over this way. Ridiculously close to the original one. I got a couple of places where that happened, where the stronghold was in a slightly different spot in different versions. We've got another spot where there's two strongholds close together. One of which I've claimed, and one of which was claimed by Sean, I think. Alright, just jump down from the top. Okay. Try not to look at any Enderman. Okay, so it was this way? Nope. What was those chords again? Minus 34, minus 27. So not that way. This way. Okay. We go around. Presumably back this way? Nope. Must be going the opposite direction. Yep. Okay. Towards the Enderman portal? Or the Enderman farm or something? Or down here? Aha. Hi. You're down there somewhere, are you? I can't see you. By the gateway? Try not to look at the Enderman, since they seem to like me. On my left? Oh, yep. Need some help with the Enderman? There you go. For some reason I was muted on chat. On voice chat. I do apologise for that.
You just scared me so much. Fred jump scare.
Fred jump scare.
Fred
The
jump
best
scare.
type of jump scare, right? Alright. No comment? Alright. And it's raining in the overworld. It's going to add to the lag.
Yeah.
Let's head back to the... I'll head back to half churches, actually. Plain half churches. And maybe pick up some more carrots while I'm there if there's the right sort of villagers. One of the things we did to reduce lag on the server was we used to have a massive villager trading hall at spawn. And inadvertently, it ended up being culled by somebody who built a giant structure. But that wasn't actually what killed it entirely. Because the giant structure wasn't spawn-proofed enough when it was half built. But we managed to fix that. We managed to repopulate the villages. But then it turned out that the villages were just causing a lot of lag anyway. Just from the number of boats they were sitting in. And as I recall, that was your little trading hall fired in.
Yeah, it was my little one.
Yep.
And then they all got killed because I think it was Jib spawned a raid.
Yeah, someone spawned a raid and the villagers got killed. That's right. And it was,
Yeah, it was either Ship or Soap, one of the two.
yeah, it was too much. It was either Shib or Sean, I think. Yeah, but it was. I remember it was too much effort to. Or maybe it was Soap. I remember somebody saying,
Yeah,
"Oh, I've spawned a raid at. I've figured a raid at spawn. Sorry, everyone."
Yeah, it was some name that started with S.
Yeah. Oh, Shib actually starts with F, funny Shib, but Shib for short.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was either Sean or Soap. I can't remember. I'll leave it up to Soap if they want to remove, if they want this removed. Oh, okay. So we are getting Iron Golem, so just getting him in the wrong spot.
Oh.
Let's see if we can move you into the Iron Farm, mister. I think I might need to
I was trying to mine
mine the Golem.
that. No, trying to mine the iron pressure trapdoor.
Ah.
Might be a case where I have to just whack it.
I managed to pull him out. That's okay. Problem solved.
Yep.
I'll just get my lead back. Yeah, I don't know what's happened, but there's too many things have been built too close to. I know this used to be okay and the iron farm still worked, but there's too many other things have been built too close. I think it might be this here. Because most of the other things around here, yeah, most of the other things around here have been spawn proofed.
Hmm.
Well, possibly this obsidian block. I don't know why it's here. Free obsidian. Alright, so, over to half churches. Although I don't think I'm going to be able to fly if I right-click a carrot. I seem to have problems with that when I'm flying. Oh, someone else has put a little sus guy, an imposter on top of one of those things made of emerald and honeycomb. This was meant to be another boat cart line, but it ended up just being a regular minecart line. But it still works. But it's kind of useless given the distance. So this is half churches. And the reason it's half churches, you have a look at the churches. When the village originally spawned, it was between versions. And so parts of the churches were missing. They've been sealed off with glass for historical accuracy. And someone's taken a piece of glass out of that one. And of course this is the massive villager trading hall we have at the moment. And that's not all of it. That's just the half that is the librarians. This is the rest of it. Now somebody's... it looks like somebody's actually been through and healed all of the zombies. But some of these guys had been zombified and nobody had bothered to heal them for the longest time. I think we've probably got everything here except for the farmers, which are the ones I want.
Farmers? No, they were by the front.
They were by the front?
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were. Yeah, no, there's a couple here.
Yep. There's so many of the other professions. Yep.
No.
There's fishermen.
Let me...
Farmers over here, yep. There didn't used to be any. Well, I could never find them if there were, I guess. We'll restock our golden carrots. Somehow we've still got an emerald left. Ah, because they're 3. We've got more than a stack of... That's odd. We've got more than a stack of carrots, but we've got 1 emerald left.
Cool.
I thought I only had a stack of emeralds. Oh well. I guess, free emeralds. Free emerald.
I guess, yeah.
We leave the area, it'll be there for whoever comes there next. So yeah, Half Churches was originally given to Oniaro, and it was meant to be a place for raising horses because that was what was really common around here. But it ended up being a bit of a joke base. It was lived in both Funny Ship and Oniaro and Drummer, and I'll show you what I mean by it being a bit of a joke base in a second. Starters, there's the world's tallest church. Ouch! But I got the boots with the feather falling for that reason, and also didn't actually get hurt. There is an elevator to get up here. Timmy likes the view. Now Timmy, of course, for anybody watching who's not a regular, is the personality that we gave to me when I was talking on the console on the server, just for fun. We had a whole lore thing, but kind of fell by the wayside. Now down here, as well as the world's tallest church, we have a triple-decker house. Well, it might be quadruple-decker. Basically, it was a villager house that was built on top of, and underneath, and on top of. Yeah, it was built on top of twice with the same design, then covered in anvils. I think there might be... No, there's not another copy underneath. It would have been funny if they'd done it underneath as well, but ended up not happening. Okay, let's switch to rockets before I get too far down. And of course that's the top of the trading hall there. So rather than having lots and lots of trading halls, we've eventually made a rule that everybody could use the trading halls over here. And made it so that everybody could trade with everybody else's villages, because otherwise it just ended up being frustrating with nobody being able to trade with villagers, and there being hundreds of villagers on the server. Now, Adrian's done most of these statues, although I think Blue Eagle did his own. This one here.
Yeah, Blue Eagle did his own.
Yep. This one's a little outdated with the skin, but that's the skin I was using when we started the server.
Nowadays.
What's that?
Most of these are outdated.
Yeah, I think Orange has changed his skin as well. Your skin's changed.
Yeah.
But Angu, I think, might still be the same, but she changes her skin every now and then. So. And the cobblestone skin, of course, was in honor of one of the few band members of the server, Cap 1, who was responsible for the cobblestone church here, and was also responsible for an unfinished build of the Eiffel Tower, which used to be here, and caused so much trouble with random spawns, random mob spawns at spawn, and not respecting the spirit of the PvP rules that we had, that eventually, after being banned once and pardoned, they asked to be permanently banned, and acted in a way that, you know, forced me to permanently ban them. So if they ever wanted to come back, and they asked nicely, they would be welcome to come back, or when the server opens up to Discord members, or when it opens up to the public, if we ever get to 1,000 subs. Then, you know, they'd be welcome to come back if they want to. Their house has been put under my protection, the church, and all their gear in it. Alright. I think Half Churches is now owned by Oniaro again, because Funny Ship was the second one to be removed from the whitelist. Not actually banned as such from Skyflat, but removed due to some differences of opinion, and Funny Ship was my only mod, and was acting in my only Minecraft server mod, and was acting in a way that I did not consider to be appropriate for a mod. So some discussions were had, and the decision was made to remove him from the whitelist. Again, when things open up, Shib would be welcome back, or if Shib wants to apply to be a trusted player, he's also welcome back under those circumstances, just not as a mod. All right, and I'm running out of arrows, running out of running out of rockets, so I might head back to spawn, glide back down, make a bit more rockets, or pick up another stack. Fly myself into the church while I'm at it. Let's see if I've got any rockets waiting for me. I think I do. It's over here from memory in this barrel. Nope, must have used them. That's fine. I've got all the materials to make them, I'm sure. That's some gunpowder right there. Alright. The memory says Apollo. Yeah, Apollo has contributed to music, obviously, for my streams and videos, but also contributed a bunch of craziness in terms of signs and things. So, I started a tradition. There's a tradition started of signs with random stuff written on them, and I think it might have been Apollo that started that, and I think Only Arrow was one of the ones who, Only Arrow and Soap were ones who started writing crazy things on signs, just for fun. I'm not sure if Fire did as well, but Fire was the one who was running the scavenger hunt, and I think we've had quite a few of those Easter eggs floating around on today's stream.
Yeah.
I've gone through gone past quite a few of them. So if anybody's actually looking for them, actively looking for them, you can review the stream and find them. Rockets. There we go. I got some. Oh, that's firework rockets. I don't want those ones. They're gonna blow me up. Well, they won't because of the way the server's set up, but they'll be frustrating. Let's see. Slam. Swap for gunpowder. And do I have a paper box? I don't think so. I'll just get some sugarcane from the farm here. Means I need to make some space in my inventory. Why do I have a bunch of oak buttons?
Spawn proofing?
Possibly. I'm going to put them with the others in here.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. Alright. Oh, I've still got some dragon's breath. From one of the few times I was around when we did the dragon fight. The first time I was there, and I think one or two times after that, but most of those most of those end portals, end gateways you'll see have been from the fact that people have just really wanted to go exploring the end. And I've said, alright, that's fine, but I'm not going to take part in most of the dragon fights, but make sure you let everyone know when you're doing it. I'm pretty sure that happened.
Pretty sure I don't have no idea.
Let's see, that's the dirt. I need to make a little more space. I'll put the buckets in the ender chest so they're there when I need them. And eat a carrot. It's going to make 3 stacks of rockets pretty quickly, so... let's see. Yeah, I'll have enough space for 3 stacks of rockets, that's fine then. I'll just go hit the button for the sugarcane farm. Not sure what that end does. Maybe it makes a return, I can't remember.
I think if it gets stuck.
Yeah. I didn't build this one, so...
No, this was shit.
Yep. This is just the small one. I think the other one's a bit excessive, to be honest, because I've never needed that much paper. Unless I'm trading. And there are far more efficient things to trade than paper. No, can't fit underneath it. It's worth a try. Okay. yeah, it's like super inefficient farm. It throws bone meal. Sorry, it throws bone meal. Throws sugarcane straight at cacti and doesn't even get these ones. I'm waiting on Flan to update so we can put 1.21.4 on here. I think that's the only mod that hasn't updated yet. At least on the server side that matters. 1.21.5 is out as well, so you'd think, you know, maybe they'd at least update to N-1, but it hasn't happened yet. That's not a storage container. Oh, look at that. I already had a bunch of sugarcane in there. Well, I may as well leave a stack of paper then. There's 3 stacks of rockets. Why do I do that? Okay. So, your music has changed so much. Yeah, I know. Still appreciate the music. It reminds me, I've actually been meaning to get in touch with you about another commission for some newer music. But yeah, we'll talk about that off stream. So I think I need to update my music, even though I do enjoy the themes. What's this? I haven't seen this before. Looks like Blue Eagle's been busy with a bit of terraforming, and it looks like a mob factory. I like the design. Let's have another look at that one. Mobco. Very industrial look. Looks like we're not meant to be up here. That's alright, that's what elytra are for. Getting places you're not meant to go. Also, it's pretty easy to just do this. I like it though. It's a very cool build. I'd assume this is Blue Eagles.
Yeah, pretty sure it is.
Very much in style and next to their base.
Just not claimed.
Not claimed yet, yeah. Well, I might remind Blue Eagle that if he needs more claim blocks, to let me know. We've got a few trial chambers floating around. So heading the long way to the new village. Still haven't thought of a name for the new village. But it's going to be... where is it? It's off to the north. North? East. It's off to the east. There's a tunnel to it, a glass tunnel to it from the nether. Oh, it's near, that's the one near yours, Tricothello. It's the one I'm working on. I say new, but it's not that new anymore. Alright, now we could have gone much quicker by going up to the top of the observation platform. Oh, the place of the blue glass panes that we're at before. That one is off to the east. That's near Blue Eagle's base. So if you head towards the shulker farm, the defunct shulker farm, I believe. I don't know if it ever got cleaned up. So yeah, I was thinking of calling this this village. Oh, that's a different village. Wait a second. Have I been to that blacksmith? Has anyone been to this blacksmith? Well, everything's neat, so maybe. Does it have a path to it? No, it doesn't have a path to it. So someone's been and checked out what's in the blacksmith and just neatly organised it. Yeah, that village that I've been building at near the trial chamber. Wasn't that near your village? I think this is True Cthulhu over here. Yep. Yeah, so near this village, there's another village that I've been working on. I thought you knew that. That's where the allies are. Near that trial chamber. Yeah. So when I say the new village, that's what I mean. Over there. So the one that's over this way. So as you can see, we've got a spider web of bridges here, and this little this little set of bridges down here was how I actually captured the allies once they flew off. Before we had the data pack on that puts a bottom on the ally cages. Ah, that's a good idea. Organise the loot so people know that the area's been explored. All right. Back to our home. So I was thinking I might call this one New Oakenstone, because I had a base that I called Oakenstone back on the Mog Swamp Superflat server. What's now the Legacy server. And it was actually one that I inherited from somebody else who had long left the server. And it was had a bunch of builds on it that were made out of oak and cobblestone. So, and it had a big platform, a big perimeter that was being made, and that they looked like they were trying to make a giant perimeter at normal world height. And I made a fair bit of progress towards building it, and copied the floor and expanded it, and copied the lava cast walls and the style they had with a whole bunch of what was it called? Glowberries, that sort of thing. I do have a flint and steel, or at least I can find one for you. They have one on me, or I have one somewhere nearby. Let me see. Didn't really get much building done today. It's more of an exploration and revisiting the server. There we go. I knew I had lime dye somewhere. Green sugar box over here. Okay. I do have a flint and steel. I'll bring it over. Yep. Where are you currently? Caps lock, is it still on? There we go. The other side of the portal. Okay. I'll head over that way. Don't just throw that in the lava. No, good. That would have been very silly if I'd thrown it in the lava. Alright, we'll go through this one, see where it is. See if it comes out in Trickster's village or if it comes out in the little spot nearby. Comes out in the little spot nearby. So we had a ruined portal in between the two villages that I was using. And then I built my own portal. All right, back to the village. We'll go through the nether. It'll be quicker. Alrighty. Back to the village. So what I was going to set up was similar to the lava farm. I was going to set up a mud farm. Sorry, a clay farm.
Oh.
Just a basic one for the moment.
Hmm.
Might actually do it right next to the lava farm, in fact. I've even still got the dripstone on me. Dropstone? Dripstone. I might use the nether wart block because I never use that for anything.
Yeah.
Make use of my my surplus of everything. Waitzar. Welcome back, Waitzar. Now, do I actually have any shaders installed here? I can't remember. I've been playing with shaders a bit, just to get used to it, because I've got another project I'm working on that the default mod pack has shaders, and I thought I may as well use shaders for a while and see how they go. But we've already got some frame issues on this server. I'm not sure I want to be testing them out that much. At spawn, at least. It'll look amazing, I'm sure. I'm gonna need some bottles to make the make that into mud. At least one bottle. Don't want to waste my swiftness potion by drinking it, so. And again, when you hoard stuff for as long as I do, it's not really wasting things if you never use them anyway. Let's see. I'll grab the iron. We got some empty bottles there. We'll put that iron away. Just need one bottle. So, mud. Moss. What else do we need? Stone. Dripstone. Oh, clay, moss, dripstone. No, not dripstone. Clay, moss, drip leaf. Glowberries. What else is in caves? So I want to build an artificial lush cave. The roots, I guess, from acacia. Oh, look at that. I already got one clay. Moss, obviously. Moss carpet. Drip leaf. Small drip leaf. So yeah, I've got a fair bit of moss, but I'm looking at making my own moss farm as part of a dirt farm down the track. Look at that. We've already got 2 clay. I guess if you've got enough... If you've got enough mud waiting to be turned into clay, it just starts turning quickly. Yeah, I got 3 now. So I will automate some of this down the track, but fast enough at the moment that I don't really need to. Do I have a silk touch shovel? If I do, I'll use that to get the mud with the clay. Don't have silk touch on that one. I'll just use the regular one. That's fine. Look at that, four clay blocks. So now I want to make this a bit taller, I guess, so I can pick these up easier. And make some space by actually eating some golden carrots. I'll potentially make some space. Why does clay seem to take so long in when I'm actually waiting for it actively, but when I'm just making a clay farm and going, hey, I can have this just there passively, it all just turns to clay straight away. Like, speed it takes to get clay in this world compared to how long it's taken me in my cheese block world. put down dirt and turn it into mud, and I'll have to wait ages for it to turn into clay. But on this server, it's just gone boom, straight into clay for like half of it. It's insane. Yeah, look at that, 24 clay balls already. I only barely set the farm up. It's hardly worth automating when it's that fast. I have plenty of leads. If you want to come to my village, head through the nether and follow the glass tunnel. Where is Copton on the Mogswamp server? That's a good question. There used to be a wiki article for it. I can't remember the exact coords. I haven't been on there for so long. So yeah, Copperton was my way of showing off that I had a working copper farm back in the days when there were no trial chambers. And I basically started converting a village to all copper. Pre-trial chambers, so instead of copper doors and copper trapdoors, I had to use acacia for the same look. And I'd replace the sand with red sand. Replace the paths with red sand. A bunch of silly stuff like that. The idea was to make it look as if there was a make it look as if there was some corruption happening where the farm was as well, and have all the corrosion and the copper there. But never actually ended up building it. Yeah, I put the wiki together. I think I had an undisclosed location for reasons at the time. Gobby would know where it is, because I told Gobby he could have all of my old bases. Alright. Look at that. Clay turning faster than I can turn into mud. Yeah, Copperton was my main base of operations on that server. From memory, it was about 2. Oh no, that was my main base. It was around 3k from spawn, in the negative direction, or maybe it was 4k. It was relatively close to spawn by modern standards, but at the time it was a fair way out. Yeah, 3 or 4k. Hardly anybody was out there at that time. And about another k from that, there was a ruined portal where I actually had my underground copper farm set up. Don't mind sharing that information these days because I'm not really on the server anymore, so... Alright, I think we need a way up there, so... Maybe some ladders on the... negative X and negative Y, yeah. Alright, let's see if I can just coast up there. Land on top neatly. Oh, perfect. Just in time for another bit of clay.
Hey.
Think you found it? Yeah, if it's got at least two churches made out of copper, you probably found it. On the overworld map, yep. Yeah, it was a bit divisive having the map on the server. I remember. On the one hand, people like to show off their builds. On the other hand, people that wanted to keep their base locations secret were very unimpressed. So the way I got around that was by making sure that anything I wanted to actually keep secret was underground. So you could see that there was something there, but you couldn't see it unless you're looking at the cave layer of the map. I was thinking about putting something similar, like Blue Map or something on this server, but performance issues have made me choose not to. I mean, it's performing reasonably well at the moment, but when we get lots of people on, it tends to slow things down, and Spawn's laggy enough as it is. Alright, well I seem to be out of spare dirt, so... Here's my jar of dirt. There we go, jar of dirt. Full of coarse dirt and dirt. And for some reason, splash potions are poison. Alrighty. Waitzar wants to lead, that's right. Hello, I've got like 5 leads on me, so... There you go, have a couple. Very appropriate. Appropriate skin for having the leads. If you missed it, Waitzar is wearing a llama skin. A trader llama skin.
Yeah, that fits.
That tracks.
Yep, that's what I'm trying to think of.
That's the first time I've actually picked up mud by the look of it. So I got informed that there are recipes I can make with mud. I'm like, yes, I know. One of them doesn't actually require a crafting table. I'm doing it at the moment. Okay. It's going to be constant farming. I need to automate this, because otherwise I'm going to be here forever. But I did want lots of clay, so that's good. It's working out. Alright, so the clay farm works. Or the clay generator? What's the right term for it? Oh, I've got exactly a stack of clay. Let's turn that into 16 clay blocks. So, yeah, if anybody's wanting to generate clay quickly, just make sure you've got at least a dozen dripstone with mud on top, and you'll get it fairly regularly. Probably do something similar with the lava, to be honest. Taking a while to get more lava. Not that I need that much of it. It's not like I'm using it to power airships or anything. Not on this server at any rate. I saw the door in chat. Quick, kill the lava for the leads! Don't do that. It's a person / player. Yes, I was aware of that. I could see the name tag. But, yeah. I don't usually kill the llamas for the leads anyway. I usually get my leads in a humane way. I usually get the llamas and or trader into a boat, and they drop the leads that way. See? Here's evidence that I have humanely sourced, organic, what's the other word for it? Locally sourced, organic, humanely bred llamas. A villager died? Oh dear. That's unfortunate. Let's have an F in the chat for the villager. Pay respects. I know it's an old meme, but I still find it funny. Oh, would you look at that? Still more clay. Definitely, if I don't want to be doing this all day, I need to, all the time that I'm on the server, I need to just accept that it's going to turn to clay and leave it, or automate it so that it collects it automatically and I don't have to be around to do it. But that's looking good. It's producing at a decent rate. Seems that certain blocks turn faster, or they have a higher chance of, a higher incidence of converting. Alright, we got no clay there at the moment. I'll walk away for a little while. Come back, the whole thing will be clay. Villager should have fought back. It's an interesting take. The villager should have summoned a golem. And if it wasn't a situation that a golem could have got them out of, then sorry about it. Hey, Zora. Welcome back. Hey, Elite. You've been in the chat for a while. You know how long the stream's been going. Alright, so I'm going to need rooted dirt and azalea. I've got the moss for that already. Wow, look at that. 4 more clay just from going and sleeping. Although, I'm getting the mud as well by mistake. So I might have to leave a space for that mud. Alrighty. I'd normally be wrapping up stream around now, but I started quite late, so I'm going to just do the 2 hour length, and then probably wrap up for a while because I've got some other things to do in the day. I don't want to spend all my time playing Minecraft. Well, let me put it another way. My family don't want to spend all my time playing Minecraft on a Sunday.
Fair.
Alrighty. We've got 5 people watching at the moment. That's cool. How many of them are playing on the server at the moment?
I am.
We've got 5 people on the server. We've got 5 people watching. Coincidence? Still, it's good to have 5 people on at once. 5 people on stream as well as 5 people on the server. The server's been a little bit slow lately, so having 5 people on at once is nice. This is true. But this is not necessarily a bad thing, and most of the family play Minecraft as well, just not at the same time on the same game as me. And to be honest, I wouldn't necessarily want the kids playing on the server anyway. Not the younger ones. Maybe the eldest, if they wanted to play. Alright, so that's almost half a stack of clay just from a simple manual farm. And that's clay blocks, not clay balls. Okay. If I extend this out, I'll get a lot more lava too, so... I do kind of like just having this single tree there. Even though it's meant to be a farm. I'll cut it down, I'll grow another one. Why not? In the absence of frog lights on this server, stream lights will have to do. Stream lights are pretty good though, I have to say. Appropriate time for someone to fall in the void. F is for fall.
That is funny time.
That is incredibly good timing. Yeah. The younger ones don't play much survival yet. They do play survival, but they alternate between survival and creative. And they mostly play on Bedrock. And I don't want to set up Bedrock compatibility at this stage. Unless I get popular enough on the server that people really want to see... If the server gets popular enough that people really want to see the ability to come on with Bedrock, then that's a discussion we can have. But I need to have a big enough regular player base and probably a powerful hosted server that's more powerful than I would pay for myself. Was that Zoro? Found the place from stream sniping. Yep. Well, considering I got my coords on the map there. Also, you can just follow the glass tunnel in the nether. Pretty easy to find. I don't have any bone meal at the moment.
Yeah. Some.
I mean, it's easily fixed. Take a stack of netherwort and put it in here. It followed you based on watching my nether travel. So don't be concerned. I definitely knew you had cohorts showing. Totally. Without a doubt. It's all just in jest. Oh, there we go. I do have cornflowers. Do you have any leads? Yes, I do. I have at least 2. Ah. I should probably expand my claim here. No, I want to expand the claim, not claim. Expand claim. Yes, I know I can't claim here. It's my claim. What is going on? That might be a flan thing. Oh, I've got to go from the corner. That's what it is. And the corners are not reachable at the moment. There's nothing in them. Yeah, the corners are in the air, as it were. Alright. So it's expanded that way. Yep. So I need to go over there somewhere. Alright, well I guess I'll grab some of that netherwort and use it for expanding. There's a place you can get free villagers. There's a villager breeder at spawn. Hi, Faden.
Hello.
Okay. Crimson planks. Crimson stem. Make more crimson planks. Take those ones. Put the moss in there. Take my hoe with me. Yeah, if I'm expanding the village, I should probably be expanding the claim as well. Stands to reason.
Yeah.
So I need to go this way. Anyone who's interested in the Tyrannos Superflat Hardcore series, by the way, the next episode is almost finished in editing. I've just been tweaking the volume levels on the voiceover because I was finding it was a bit quiet. And that should be out sometime in the next week. For realsies. Yep, Skyflat hardcore. Not just Superflat, but Skyflat. Terrainless Superflat hardcore, basically. But Skyflat, effectively. It's using the data pack that creates a world very similar to Skyflat, but in 1.21, 1.20 and on, basically. So, more recent worlds. I will not ignore it. I will specifically look at text to see what you told me to ignore. Chat to see what you told me to ignore. Do I use separate audio tracks? Not at the moment. I am looking at using separate audio tracks. I need to make sure I switch up my profile on OBS. Because I had problems with... Yeah, I know I can't claim that. I want to... Is it wider than that? That's the corner. Yeah, that is the corner. Why can't I expand that corner? May have to do some troubleshooting of Flan off stream. Yeah, I know I can't claim it. I want to expand it. Yeah, that's a little odd. I'll have to figure that out. In the meantime, I've got some skellies and a creeper over there that I need to take care of by not throwing them my bow. No, the villager breeder is right near the iron farm. Might be claimed by me, but whoop. Glad I have my elytra on. Okay, I'm going to have to figure this out off stream because I walked into the void. Where it says children sacrificed, yes, there's a breeder there, and you can get a boat in and you can get the children out underneath.
Hmm.
Okay, gonna try one more time. Alright, let's see if I need to be in override mode. Flan bypass. Nope. Interesting. Seems to think that I don't own the claim. I might need to build something inside the claim and place and remove something inside the claim. I think that usually fixes it. So the claim stops about there. I did build stuff inside the claim. Let's just try breaking a flower and placing it. Let's see if that works. I know I can't claim. Stupid claim thing. Seems to be a little broken. I'll have to try and figure it out. Okay, so Flan info. Yeah, I'm the owner. So why can't I expand it? Not trying to claim it, trying to expand it. Where the heck did you come from? I'm glad that was in a claimed area. That would have been an absolute pain to clean up. It's one of the good things about explosions being off by default. Alrighty. Well, we're coming up to the 2-hour mark. We just hit 2 hours, in fact, so I think I'll try and figure out the claim plugin or the claim mod issue off stream. I'll come back to it and look at it later on. But yeah, something odd going on there. I'll have a play with it on the test server and see what's going on. I'll make a backup and move it across to the test server. I know we could move things, because I moved this not too long ago. But I did have to expand so I could find the edge of the claim. Can I move it if I click this one? Yes. Okay. That is odd. Alright. Let's try back over here. Wait a second. Is it not on the corner of the claim? It's not showing the corner of the claim properly. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So now I should be able to resize it properly. Because it's only a single row, it hasn't shown it properly on the corner. Trying to hand me seeds. Yes, and my inventory is probably full. Done. Claim fixed. That's brought it out to there. But that's not right, because it's been moved. It should be up here now. Got some visual issues. Yep. That's all good. Alright, we got some expansion done. And I just need a bit of bone meal to fix this little bit, so let's do that. I'll put a new tree in. Put a new tree in and then we'll wrap up the stream. We'll just leave a spare one over there. Always good to have a spare. Oh, we've still got stuff in the way, that's why. Not that one. Not the diamond hoe. So I put the diamond hoe in there. I put the diamond hoe somewhere. There it is. In my inventory. Right where I left it. Alright, we'll go on top and clean it up, and then we'll wrap up stream after that. A little bit of expansion, a lot of A lot of servitors, which I think is good because I haven't done one in a while. And we've actually expanded the borders of the base, which is nice. Borders of the village. Oh, come on. It's on that. And we've got a whole bunch of clay ready to go there. That's better. Okay. And we missed one. Oh well. Let's throw away the rotten flesh. Pick these up. Use those to get up high enough to get the last one. And get that golden hoe out of our inventory and back into the ender chest so that we stop scrolling across it. You can go back in the ender chest. There we go, first go. Just had to move the stuff that was blocking it out of the way. Okay, so we'll put that one in there. And we've done our expansion. And we'll just clean up the crimson planks a bit. Let's put this lot at least. Doesn't matter if we lose them, we'll just grow more. Oh, come on. That's better. Okay. We'll leave that section there at the moment because that's where the current... Actually... No, we'll just expand up to where that path is. Easy. Except we haven't got the golden hoe on us anymore, so we'll do that next time. Alright. Let's get this last lot of clay cleaned up. And then we'll jump into the outro. A little bit of lag there. All cleaned up though. That's not gonna work. There we go. May as well have some clay waiting for us when we come on next time. And one more check for stray clay up the top. Alright, quick run across with the bottle and we're done. Look at that, more than half a stack of clay blocks already. Certainly not the most efficient clay farm, but pretty efficient. Can't complain. Those visual effects from the claim plugin should hopefully, or the claim mod should hopefully sort themselves out next time I join the server. Alright, just over, approaching 2¼ hours, which is about my normal stream length. 2-hour window and then a little bit of extra either end. And even if we get more clay while I'm doing this, I'm just going to ignore it. I'll come back to it later. I'm pretty sure you'd use, say, an observer, a piston line to push the clay once it turns into clay. And I think we should sleep and probably make sure we've got a decent amount of lighting going on here as well. So we'll sleep to clean up the potential mobs. And I think that's a good place to leave it for the day. So let's head into pre-cam mode and have a bit of a look at our new farms from above. You can see we've already got some clay there. Looking good. And we've also got to expand a bit to reach this area here. So if we go up to that path, we'll have almost the entire village claimed. We need to go over this way more as well, I think, to finish claiming the village. It looks like the border is along here at the moment. So the portal is not claimed, but this side of it is. Need to fix that later. But for the moment, let's head into our outro screen and I'll play the bit of music from Apollo Music, Cobblestone Generator. And we'll call it stream. Thank you very much for watching. And thank you especially to my newest patron, the Fantastic Soap, and to my longest patron, longest lasting patron, Oniero. Thank you to you guys. Disconnecting from the server now. And thank you to all of those who have been watching, and thank you to everyone who's joined the stream. Thank you to everyone who joined on the server as well. And hopefully we'll get to that 400 subscriber mark soon, and on YouTube. And hopefully we'll be not too far before we get to 500. Anyway, enjoying it. I've got some more recording to do today, so I better finish up reasonably soon. I'll let that replay finish on my end though. And yeah, Drainless Superflat Hardcore coming up. New episode of that. That'll be days 6 to 10 on the world. I'll also be re-editing it so that days 1 to 10 are all in one longer video, and depending on which format does better, I'll look at how I do the Trainer Superflat world going forward after that. Whether I do it in 10-day increments, or whether I do it in longer videos, even if it's not as many days. So a bit of a longer video than last time, but got a lot done in days 6 to 10. So yeah, looking forward to getting that one out. And I've got a new project I'm filming for this afternoon, recording for this afternoon, my time. So I'll let you know the details of that once I see how it goes. And yeah, other than that, continuing with the Ethereal Airships, continuing with Skyflat, and I'll probably have a channel update video coming out soon as well. Let the music play for a bit. I'll be back in a moment. And there's the quiet bit I was expecting. So yeah, music by Apollo Music. As I said, Apollo, I'm looking at getting some new music commissioned from you sometime soon. I've just got to organise my budget for it. And yeah, hopefully I'll have some new tunes. I've already got some music I've commissioned from Apollo in the past. I haven't used it as much as I would have liked, so I'm going to start using that a bit more. You'll hear some of it in the new video. And yeah, also look at getting some new stuff. Maybe an update to the theme tracks. We'll see. Next stream will be Terraria Tuesday, and once I've done Terraria Tuesday, the next stream after that will be Skyblock again, and yeah, there'll hopefully be at least one video. Well, there will be at least one video, the Trainer Superflat Hardcore, coming out soon, but hopefully have a few more for you sometime soon as well. That's it from me.